Hey guys, so my parents did a crazy thing. This channel is going to be documenting their transition from house to RV, and then their journey across the country. Hope you enjoy.
So we're at day 12?
3,632.
Feels like it.
It does feel like it. It does feel like it. So, a couple questions have come up about our journey. I think the number one question that we've gotten from a couple people, a few people, friends and family, basically everybody, has been, why did we do this? Especially since we don't have any RV experience. Well, if you know us, we're adventurous.
Yeah, a little spontaneous.
Spontaneous in moderation. But in all honesty, right now we live in Alaska. I would say one of the most expensive states I think that we've lived in.
Yeah.
Housing wise is pretty high. And so we're actually moving. Can I tell them where we're moving?
California.
Yeah, California. But can we say where in California?
South?
Is it south? It's mid-California. It's mid. I Googled it when we were at the store because I was looking at books and it was like Central California. There we go. Central California is where we're moving. So I was looking at places to rent because, we have to have a place to live. And the area we're going to, I found, no joke, a studio apartment that did not allow pets for $2,000 a month. That's ridiculous. And on my search, I was like, I just don't know that we're going to be able to afford a place to rent here. So we kind of hemmed and hawed about it. And this is, again, living in an RV is something we've talked about for years.
Yeah. And, there's something to be said about simplifying, not having a lot dragging you down.
Right.
So that's part of it, too.
Yeah. So we just decided, actually, we went to a place that rents RVs. The name of it right now I'm completely blanking on. But we went to a rental place and they actually had some of the older rentals for sale. And they were like, oh, these are selling really quick. And we were like, oh, my God.
Yeah, if we want to do this, we have about a week to get something before they're out of stock. Otherwise, it's waiting 6 months to a year.
Yeah. So
and the rest of the area didn't have much either.
Yeah, so we pulled the trigger and we did it, and then the rest is going to be history soon at some point. The rest is right now and how we're doing and what's happening. I had another question come up as well, and my friend said, since we're driving from Alaska to California, she said, have you researched the route you're going to take to make sure that the RV will fit under the overpasses and stuff? Okay, so in the middle of the night, I'm up trying to figure out how we're going to figure all that out because I was like, I have a pretty solid route. Yeah, I think this will be safe, but I'm not sure. So I have purchased a couple books. So anybody who is wanting to drive to Alaska or whatnot, one of the books that they recommend is The Milepost, because it gives you different highways in the Alcan and stuff, and it basically gives you mile by mile what there is. If you've ever driven up here or you've ever been in Alaska and driven Alaska, you know that there's pullouts randomly, and this book helps you kind of determine where you're going to stop and stuff. And then, through my middle of the night Googling, I found this book, which is the Rand McNally Motor Carriers Road Atlas. So, to answer my friend's question, who kept me up all night, I am going to be researching any low clearances because they're all listed in this book. So I will be prepared and you will not, quote unquote, see us on the news. Hopefully. We also are going to give you a little bit of behind the scenes. Well, it's kind of behind the scenes of what your life looks like when you start decluttering. Shrinking.
Yeah.
So give us one moment. And we're back. So this is what your life becomes deduced to when you start to go through, well, we've been together almost 20 years. And we're old. We'll just say that. Old enough. And so going through everything is kind of one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to pay for a giant storage. I don't like to have my stuff in storage for an extended amount of time because sometimes stuff gets a little weird. So we have piles upon piles. So we've got this is going to storage pile. This is going into the RV pile, which there's nothing really right now.
Very small.
Because we've moved a lot of the things in. And then we have this is going to the thrift store and being sold pile. And then in the corner, that is actually Alexis's. These are the things we're giving to Alexis because she's moving out and she's getting an apartment. So that is what happens. You put your stuff in piles. Piles upon piles upon piles. So stay tuned, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to know where this goes next, you can also subscribe. And if you're anything like me, you can go ahead and hit that notification bell and then you can be the first to know when this channel posts next.